After 20 long years of political separation, cousins Uddhav Thackeray and Raj Thackeray today officially announced an alliance between Shiv Sena UBT and the MNS to contest the upcoming BMC elections on the 15th of January. This is a fight for the richest municipal corporation in Asia, and of course it's also going to be important for the survival of both these parties. Now, these brothers stood together at a press conference in Mumbai, pledging a Marathi mayor for the city and appealing for the support of Maharashtrians, Marathi Manus, for development and also for calling their supporters united. In fact, this moment has been described as historic, and the opponents have seen this as an electoral gambit that may or may not have ramifications on the political landscape of Maharashtra. So is this Thackeray reunion a genuine effort to rebuild Marathi unity and influence? Remember that similar efforts have happened in the past as well. Or is this going to be a tactical alliance aimed at challenging the dominance of the BJP? Remember, the BJP emerged as a single dominant factor in the first phase of elections held just recently. Or will this split the opposition vote in Mumbai's richest civic body? Let's take a look at some reactions.
मुंबईचे लचके, मुंबईच्या चिंदड्या उडवायच्या हे मनसुबे त्यावेळेला ज्यांना मुंबई पाहिजे होती त्यांचेच प्रतिनिधी जे वरती दोघ जण वरती म्हणजे इकडे नाही दिल्लीत बसलेले आहेत त्यांचे मनसुबे आहेत. आणि आता जर का आपण भांडत राहिलो तर मग तो जो काय संघर्ष ते जे काय हुतात्मा स्मारक आहे त्याचा मोठा अपमान होईल. मुंबईवरती आणि महाराष्ट्रावरती कोणी वाकड्या नजरेने किंवा त्यांच्या कपटी कारस्थानाने महाराष्ट्राला मुंबईपासून किंवा मुंबईला महाराष्ट्रापासून मराठी माणसापासून तोडण्याचा प्रयत्न करेल त्याचा राजकारणात खात्मा केल्याशिवाय राहणार नाही. शपथ घेऊन आम्ही मैदानात उतरलेलो आहोत.
महाराष्ट्रामध्ये सध्या लहान मुलं पळवण्याची खूप टोळ्या फिरतायत. त्याच्यामध्ये 2 टोळ्या अजून जास्ती ऍड झालेल्या आहेत. ते राजकीय पक्षांमधली मुलं पळवतात आणि जे निवडणुका लढवणार आहेत त्या लढवणाऱ्या सर्व उमेदवारांना दोन्ही पक्षांकडनं उमेदवारी दिली जाईल. ती कधी भरायची केव्हा भरायची ते आपल्याला कळवलं जाईल. आज फक्त आपल्या समोर एकच गोष्ट मी आपल्याला सांगू इच्छितो की बरेच दिवस ज्याची प्रतीक्षा महाराष्ट्र करत होता ती शिवसेना आणि महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेनेची युती झाली हे आज आम्ही आपल्याला जाहीर करत आहोत.
देखिए, मुझे तो अब ये लगता है कि हिंदू हृदय सम्राट शिवसेना प्रमुख बाळासाहेब ठाकरे के बाद अब उद्धव जी के पास या राज जी के पास कोई विचार ही बचा नहीं. उनके पास कोई विचार नहीं. ये अवसरवादिता की राजनीति करते हैं. विचारों की राजनीति इन्होंने समाप्त कर दी. इन्होंने दफना दी. विचारों की राजनीति को दफना कर अवसरवादिता की राजनीति करते हैं, इसलिए तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हैं.
ये विकास का नहीं है, ये कुर्सी का किस्सा है, ये सत्ता का किस्सा है, ये वोट का लालच, वोट की नीति है, ये नोट की नीति है. उनको क्या चाहिए? इतने साल उन्होंने सत्ता भोगी है, क्या मुंबई के लिए किया है? बाला साहब ठाकरे जी के विचार को हम आगे बढ़ा रहे, तो उन्होंने जो जो कहा है वो हम सब करेंगे. उतनी हिम्मत हमारे में है. और महायुति सरकार जो है ये लोगों के लिए है, कुर्सी के लिए नहीं है. ये सिर्फ कुर्सी है, ये सत्ता हथियाने के लिए. ये सोने का अंडा देने वाली मुर्गी मुंबई ऐसे तरीके से देखते हो. उनको क्या लेना देना नहीं, मुंबई वासियों से नहीं, मराठी मानुस के साथ नहीं. उनको सिर्फ चाहिए कुर्सी, और लोग जान चुके हैं.
So what has fundamentally changed about Mumbai politics? Joining us now is Abhishek. Abhishek, help us understand the optics and politics behind today's event, because there's a public promise of a Marathi mayor that has been made by Thackeray brothers today. Thackeray remains a very powerful surname in Maharashtra, but is it the most powerful surname, and what kind of impact do you think this will have on the BMC polls?
Definitely, Thackerays cannot be ignored when it comes to at least Mumbai and BMC, and that's where important point is and most importantly, the survival and for existence. Definitely, we have seen how the political career of both Shiv Sena, Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, and MNS has been, whether it is Lok Sabha elections and then the assembly elections. So definitely it was necessary for both the brothers to come together, though they have come together after 20 years, and now formally today the political alliance has been announced. And at the same time, the opposition which we see here, the Mahayuti alliance, which has performed very well when it comes to the recently held local body elections, and BJP emerging as a single largest party. Definitely it's a big challenge, and we also heard a counter from the Chief Minister that this alliance is for political opportunism. And when it comes to Thackeray brand, both brothers which have come together, definitely what we understand, the statement being made by Uddhav Thackeray pointed that there is a conspiracy to separate Mumbai from Maharashtra, and for that the Marathi people should unite and face it collectively so that that conspiracy can be destroyed. There was a direct attack on the BJP where time and again Uddhav Thackeray has made this comment that it's an intention or the conspiracy by the BJP to remove Mumbai from Maharashtra. Now, how does all this pans out? Remember, Raj Thackeray made a point that whoever will be given the nomination will be informed, and those will be informed, and they will
there's not going to be any formal press conference on the seat sharing.
Officially announced today.
Right.
That's one of the strategy to keep the party workers intact.
Absolutely. Abhishek, thank you so much for joining us with those details. And this is exactly the question I'd like Rohit Chandavarkar, who's joining us now, is a senior journalist. And let me also introduce other panelists now. We have Jayesh Wani with us. He represents Shiv Sena UBT. We have Krishna Hegde, Shiv Sena spokesperson. We also have Yogesh Khere, who is the MNS spokesperson here, and the representative from BJP, Vishwas Pathak. Thank you all of you for being part of this broadcast. Rohit, to you first, the big takeaways from the press conference today, because, Prabodhankar Thackeray to, the kind of lines that were set. So there was equal symbolism and, of course, some movement forward. What do you think are the biggest takeaways?
Well, I think, what we predicted a couple of days ago on NDTV, your own show in the evening at prime time has come true, which is that the Thackeray cousins have announced reunion, alliance and seat sharing, though they have not announced the exact details of candidates and the number of seats that they'll contest, etc. But Vasudha, like I said the other day, this is a political compulsion for the Thackeray brothers. This is a necessity for their survival, because the way BJP has done very well in the last Vidhan Sabha, that is assembly elections last year in November, December, and they have repeated that same pattern of success in the recent city council polls of 288 city councils, Nagar Parishads all over Maharashtra. It is very clear that whether it is NCP or whether it is Shiv Sena, they feel that, this is an existential crisis for them in the upcoming municipal polls, especially for Thackerays. The big takeaway from today's press conference is that the body language was very different compared to earlier. They looked very friendly. They looked very, cordial with each other. And it seems like they will now carry this alliance in Thane, Navi Mumbai and some other municipal corporations also. The big question, of course, is that, why are they repeating the same points that they have been talking about for last several decades, not years, but decades, which is the point about Marathi Manus and, Marathi pride and other things, because it is obvious that in the last 2 or 3 decades, especially Shiv Sena, original Shiv Sena, the united Shiv Sena could not do much in Mumbai for the Marathi Manus in terms of creating jobs or other things. So the takeaway right now is that, what has happened is what was predicted. And the challenges are tough. It's going to be an uphill task for the Thackeray cousins. Their reunion, last line, their reunion does not assure them a victory easily, though things are uncertain and anything can happen.
Very, very well said. Jayesh Wani, this reunion is something that needs to be taken seriously, but it does not really assure victory to any of these brothers. Many challenges ahead, considering that there's been a landslide victory, not just in the assembly polls of the NDA, but also in the first phase of the Civic polls. Mr. Wani, how do you see whatever happened today, and how confident are you that the rhetoric of Marathi Manus or Marathi Asmita is going to work with the people of Mumbai?
डेफिनेटली वी हैव सीन कि जब तक हम लोगों ने पिछले कई बार देखा है कि जब जब मराठी मानुष किसी एक ताकत के खिलाफ खड़ा होता है तो वो पूरी ताकत के साथ खड़ा होता है और जीतता है। ये हमने लगातार देखा है। हो सकता है यहाँ पर बैठे हुए लगभग सभी चेहरे जो है वो मुझे पता है कि सब मराठी है, कईयों को तो मैं बहुत अच्छे से जानता हूँ। मेरे दोस्त और मेरे सीनियर रह चुके हैं रोहित चंदावरकर जी, उन्होंने देखा है कि मुंबई कैसे बनी है। मुंबई बनी है 107 लोगों की शहादत से, जिनको मुरारजी देसाई की गाड़ी के नीचे कुचला गया था, गोली मारी गई थी हुतात्मा चौक पर। वहां से जाकर मुंबई यहां तक पहुंची है। यहां पर मराठी मानुष लगातार अपने हक के लिए लड़ता रहा है। रोहित चंदावरकर जी ने तो क्रिएटिंग जॉब के लिए शिवसेना ने क्या किया ये सवाल पूछ दिया, तो मेरा अब ऐसा है कि ठीक है, मुझसे ज्यादा मुंबई में रोहित चंदावरकर सर रह रहे हैं मुंबई में। बावजूद इसके मैं उनको ये बता दूं कि स्थानीय लोकाधिकार समिति ने क्या किया, एयर इंडिया में किसने जॉब्स लगाए, ये सब ठीक है। अभी ऐसा है कि कोई अगर सोच लेगा कि मुझे भूलना ही है मराठी मानुष के साथ शिवसेना ने क्या किया। शिवसेना का जन्म ही हुआ है मराठी मानुष की अस्मिता की रक्षा करने के लिए। अब दिक्कत यह है कि हर डिबेट जब होती है तब वो हिंदू मुस्लिम ये बातें वो बातें होती है। अब ये पूछिए कि मुंबई के लिए शिवसेना ने पिछले 25 सालों से क्या किया। दरअसल ये सवाल होना चाहिए ना, तो हम बात करते हैं उस सवाल पर।
Mr. Vani, I'll come to you again, but Rohit, would you like to quickly respond to that?
I know I know Jayesh well. He used to be a journalist, and the thing is, yes, Shiv Sena created jobs. That was in the 60s and 70s in the public sector.
Yes.
70s, 80s. I came to Mumbai from Pune as a journalist in 90s, and since then the picture has changed with globalization, with free economy and other things. Correct. Private sector growing like anything, and public sector shrinking. I don't deny that jobs in Port Trust or Air India or other places, Reserve Bank, etc., were given by Sthaniya Lokadhikar Samiti, but that was distant past.
Right.
And that time, the Shiv Sena did work. But we are talking about, let's say, last 20-year period. Let's say since 2006, when Raj Thackeray separated from Uddhav Thackeray. And I'm talking about concrete work, not about, boards of shops being converted to Marathi or symbolic things such as that. I'm talking about displacement of Marathi Manus. See, the big thing here, which all panelists have to understand, is that the Shiv Sena, despite being in power in the Mumbai Municipal Corporation for about 30 years, has to repeat the same points that they were talking about 30 years ago. That is the point. That is about, we will save the Marathi Manus. But 30 years, Marathi Manus has got displaced. That is my point. Wider picture. That's what.
Okay, let me get in Mr. Pathak here. Mr. Pathak, like Rohit has been pointing out, and like Jayesh has also pointed out the fact that politics is so much about emotions. You can always pitch a battle between dynasty and development, but emotions are an important fulcrum of politics. And the fact that Thackeray brothers have come together and they belong to the family of Bal Thackeray, probably the most influential figure in Maharashtra. Does that really, set a dilemma for the BJP? Because you're not going to attack Bal Thackeray in any way. So this also in some ways puts that, litmus test on you, because you have to be seen as someone who's not anti-Thackeray.
आप जाइए पाठक जी के पास। मुझे सिर्फ एक छोटी रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे। जी, महाराष्ट्र में बाला साहब का नाम बहुत रिस्पेक्ट से बाला साहब ही लिया जाता है। विलासराव को अगर विलासराव कहते हो, सुशील कुमार शिंदे जी को सुशील कुमार कहते हो, तो बाला साहब ठाकरे का उल्लेख अगर आप करते हो, तो मेरी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि वो बाल ठाकरे ना किया जाए। वो आपकी और मेरी उम्र में बहुत बड़े थे और अभी तो वो गुजर गए। जी, इतनी रिक्वेस्ट है। जी,
yes sir, Bala Saheb Thackeray. Vishwas Pathak, how do you look at the emotive aspect of whatever happened today, because that is going to really in some ways is that something that will bother you as a BJP person?
Not at all, Vasudha. See, for us, this union is a union of two brothers. It is a family matter with no impact on politics. I will take you back to 2006, why Mr. Raj Thackeray broke away from Shiv Sena. Because he had got his own ambitions. And thereafter, both the brothers tried for almost 17, 18 years. And they proved that they are good for nothing. And now, because they are running their own separate parties and their very survival is at stake, they are joining hands together. As far as Mahayuti is concerned, we are far ahead in terms of competition. See, in 2000,
no, but in 2017 you had 82 seats. The undivided Shiv Sena had 84 seats. They still had supremacy on the BMC, isn't it?
Okay, now let me give that example, this one calculation. That time, Shiv Sena that undivided Shiv Sena and BJP both got 28% vote share, roughly. After Eknath Shinde broke away, that 28% of earlier Shiv Sena will not be 28%. At the most, it can be 14%. So we are at 28%. They are at 14%. Then we will add Eknath Shinde's 14% to 28%. It will become 42%. So even if you add MNS 8%, 9%, they are just not beyond 20%.
Okay. Mr. Hegde, Krishna Hegde, would there be more pressure
But that
on
is
Eknath Shinde
whatever
and...
this
Yeah. Let Krishna Hegde respond to this. Would there be more pressure on the Shiv Sena now, sir, especially on Eknath Shinde, because the BJP will clearly rely on you a lot more, and probably this is also a big test for you?
Vasudha, we have been together since the inception of our party 3.5 years ago. We are the Shiv Sena, the original Shiv Sena. And Jayesh Bhai, my friend, said that Staniya Lokadhikar Samiti. Today, the founders of the Staniya Lokadhikar Samiti are with us. Of the, in 2017, out of the 84 corporators which won under the Uddhav Thackeray leadership, 65 of them in Mumbai itself are with us. So numerically, Uddhav Thackeray ji does not even have the corporators on hand. We are very happy that both the brothers have come together. It's a family reunion. We are happy for them. But the fact remains that, the arithmetic is numerical. It is about progress. It is about development. And the people of Maharashtra, people of Mumbai have stood with us in the Lok Sabha elections, the assembly elections, and now in the local body elections. And therefore, the Mahayuti is strong. It's intact. We are fighting, fiercely. We have got our roots to the ground. We've got our Karyakartas and cadre to the ground. We are all working for the people of Maharashtra, and the people want progress and development.
Okay. Yogesh,
The same issue what they are talking
MNS
about 30 years ago. Right. 30 years ago that, we are going to separate Mumbai from Maharashtra. Rohit Bhai said very clearly, we have been hearing this same slogan for 30 years before every BMC elections. But what happens? Okay. Now we will see that the Mahayuti, the BJP, Shiv Sena and the NCP Ajit Pawar will fight strongly and win. Okay, and not only in Mumbai but all over the Mahanagar elections, we will have the saffron flag.
Yogesh ji, आपको
moreover it is the ideology of Maharashtra.
मुस्लिम वोट का, मराठी वोट का, मराठी मानुस वोट का, आपको क्यों लगता है कि MNS जो है अब ज्यादा अच्छा कर पाएगी now that you are in a formal alliance with Shiv Sena UBT?
मैं आपके प्रश्न का जवाब तो दूंगा, लेकिन पहले मैं एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ कि अभी विश्वास पाठक जी ने जो पॉलिटिकल न्यूमेरिकल अरिथमेटिक जो बताया मुंबई म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन का, तो ये पॉलिटिक्स है और पॉलिटिक्स में ये ऐसा अरिथमेटिक नहीं होता। पॉलिटिक्स में हर बार 1+1 2 नहीं होता, कई बार वो 1+1 11 भी होता है। तो ये अरिथमेटिक इधर मुंबई म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन में जैसा है वैसा ही लागू होगा, वैसा नहीं होगा। उसमें बहुत सारी फैक्टर्स है और वो काम करेंगे। वो फैक्टर के बाद जो परिस्थिति मुंबई में आने वाली है म्युनिसिपल इलेक्शन के बाद, जो रिजल्ट आने वाले हैं उसमें आपको दिखाई देगा। अभी आपके प्रश्न का मैं जवाब देता हूं कि मैं तो पहले बताना चाहता हूं कि महाराष्ट्र नवनिर्माण सेना जो पक्ष है, जो पार्टी है, उसकी स्थापना जो हुई है, उसका उद्देश्य है मराठी मानुस, मराठी भाषा, मराठी अस्मिता। उसके नींव यही है कि हम मराठी के लिए ही पार्टी की स्थापना हुई है। और आपने देखा होगा कि ठाकरे और मराठी ये जो कॉम्बिनेशन है ये अभी का नहीं है, ये बहुत सालों का कॉम्बिनेशन है। जब से प्रबोधनकार ठाकरे जी ने जो इनके दादा थे, तो उन्होंने जो संयुक्त महाराष्ट्र का चळवळ हुई थी, जो आंदोलन हुआ था, वो जो 5 पहले सेनानी थे उसमें वो थे। उसके बाद वंदनीय बाळासाहेब ठाकरे जी
मुंबई भी तो बदल गई है ना, मुंबई में काफी सारे लोग आए हैं। रोहित, let me ask you this question. What is, I mean, I know Mr. Vani corrected me when I mean, we should say Bala Sahib Thackeray, but what is the potency of the Thackeray surname in Mumbai today? And in terms of Marathi Manus, explain to us the arithmetic in BMC, what works? Because every politician will say what works in his party's favor, but what exactly is the truth?
See, even today, Vasudha, Mumbai has about 38%, 38 to 40%. Last census was in 2011. There's not been a census after that, so we don't have a clear understanding of the demographics. But it is generally believed that in 2025, Mumbai's population, about 37% of that population is Marathi speaking, 37 to 40%, let's say. So Uddhav and Raj Thackeray's calculation is that they will pitch for this Marathi Manus vote. In addition to that, what they believe right now, because I've spoken to some of the insiders, is that Uddhav Thackeray has been attracting the minority community votes in certain areas of Mumbai on large scale on his anti-BJP plank. So they believe that about 18% of minority community votes might also come in large numbers to them. So their calculation is 40 plus 18%, that is they are playing at around about 58% votes is their vote bank is what they believe. But the big factor this time, which was not present last time, is Eknath Shinde. And like Eknath Shinde's party spokesperson, Mr. Hegde, explained, most of the corporators who got elected on Uddhav Thackeray's party ticket last time have crossed over to Eknath Shinde.
Yeah.
The second big factor that is a challenge for the Thackeray brothers or cousins is that the Congress party has walked away. The latest information that I have, and I can give you viewers, is that Shiv Sena UBT spokesperson Sanjay Raut made a phone call to Rahul Gandhi yesterday and requested that Congress should not walk away. And Congress has given them an assurance that we'll think about this post-poll. But remember, Congress will also attract minority community votes.
But Rohit, when I Congress sources, they are very clear that the Mumbai unit wants to go solo, and maybe whatever Varsha Gaikwad decides or whatever a certain...
So last point. So last point in this narration is that, Eknath Shinde is going to attract a large chunk of Marathi votes that the Thackeray cousins are depending on. And Congress may attract a lot of minority community votes that Uddhav Thackeray himself and his party is counting on, which they got in the Vidhan Sabha elections. But all this is dicey.
But if
all
that
this
happens,
is uncertain.
Okay, Rohit, before I go to Jayashree, one quick thing. Somebody was also telling me about the best elections that happened, the transport, the employees, where both the brothers came together. Was that an important election? Is this the first time that these brothers are coming together? Because I keep hearing of the brothers coming together, but this has happened formally this time for the BMC polls.
This was not really expected to this extent. Another factor that we have to factor in, another point that we have to factor in, very important point, is that there might be some galvanization of non-Maharashtrian votes.
Okay.
Remember, a large North Indian community, migrated community is there in Mumbai, which might now go against the Thackeray cousins and you might have seen some bites of the taxi drivers, etc., who voted for Uddhav Thackeray's party last time, this time saying that since Raj Thackeray is with him, they might rethink about that, etc.
Okay.
So my point is the non-Marathi vote, which is, let's say, about more than 40%, including Gujaratis and North Indians or UP or migrants from all other parts of Maharashtra, might galvanize and support the BJP-led Mahayuti. That is one factor. Nobody knows whether this will definitely happen. I'm just giving a guess. A lot of things are uncertain. A lot of factors are changing.
To all that Rohit said, do you think some of these things, even if they happen, that means it could be a challenge for the brothers?
By which approach we are seeing the situation is a different issue. My thinking and my analysis is quite different than the Rohit sir. I'm calling him sir because he is my senior in my journalism days. From that time, he is my senior, so I'm just listening him very carefully. My view is a little bit different about that. See, Shiv Sena and the Congress, they don't have a similar or the same vote bank at any point of time in Mumbai. From last many years, from last 30 years, we don't have a same vote bank. See, Uttar Bharatiya and the Amarathi people, who is non-Marathi people in the other language, they are already voting to the Congress, and that's why only the Congress have a large number of corporators in the BMC elections. All the time they are contested. They have their own vote banks. They have their own areas where the Congress is doing very well, and that is and the voters of Congress are actually the voters of BJP. On which basis BJP trying to win this election? Because BJP already said that they don't require the Marathi votes. They don't bother about the Marathi votes. Always see the news are coming.
Last word to Mr. Pathak, and then I'll come to Mr. Hegde and others.
So the split is there, but the split is in BJP's vote. So don't worry about us.
Okay, Mr. Pathak, the split is in BJP vote and not in the brothers' vote. How will you respond to that? Mr. Pathak?
No, it is not baseless. See, we are very sure the way we got so much response in Civic poll and so much success on same lines we are going ahead in BMC also. We are very sure we are going to tell people what development and activities we have done for Mumbai, how transport system.
Yeah, Mr. Hegde, closing remarks
Let me complete. You are not giving me time only.
Mr. Pathak, I'm really sorry, completely out of... Yeah, Mr. Pathak, finish your sentence.
Vasudha.
You know,
Mr. Pathak, I gave you a lot of time. Mr. Pathak, yeah, finish your point.
No, the people of Maharashtra.
Point is that we are going ahead
throughout the
approaching our voters on the basis of development activities which we have done and which
Okay, Mr. Vani, I'll come to you.
should be doing for them.
Okay. Mr. Vani, you wanted to make a point.
The people of Maharashtra, Vasudha, have voted for us throughout the state.
Mr. Hegde, just wait. I'll just go to Mr. Vani and come back. Yeah, Mr. Vani, you just wanted to make one point.
Yes, ने बताया, मेरे पाठक जी से रिक्वेस्ट है कि यहां पर वो बोल दे कि कौन सी देश की दूसरी ऐसी कॉरपोरेशन है जहां बीजेपी का शासन है जो 5 रुपए में 25 किलोमीटर यात्रा देती है बेस्ट की तरह. बता दे.
Okay, Mr. Hegde, respond to that, sir. Mr. Hegde, and then I'll come to Mr. Khairy. Yeah, Mr. Hegde.
No.
See,
No.
financial
Mr.
condition
Vani
you
was
are
answer the
giving us.
question.
You don't know how to administer.
Mr. Vani was
You don't know how to
You are ruling the
manage
party.
the institutions.
I need to speak.
You are simply
Mr. Vani was spelling a very false narrative that we do not want Maharashtrian votes.
अच्छा कृष्णा जी, आप तो कई सालों से बस से गए ही नहीं होंगे. मैं तो बस से रोहित. अच्छा, let me clear. चलो, मैं झूठ बोल रहा हूँ, आप झूठ बोल रहे हो.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm completely out of time. Thank you all of you for being part of this discussion. The brothers have come together, but yes, the battles are still playing out, and we have a lot of time to discuss this because these elections are going to take place only on the 15th of January, and of course, the results will be declared on 16th of January. And like our panelists explained, that this could also have ramifications on other municipal corporations, including Thane and Nashik. But how will the BJP and Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena respond to this? How will civic politics change according to the campaign changes? And yes, how are parties going to adjust their strategies? We'll keep tracking that very closely. It's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.